Hey, what's going on YouTube? Claykeys all back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius news update. And before we get into that, there's been some other news we haven't been able to cover yet. And that's what's going on with the raid event, the Vision of Bahamut. Why was our rank going so down? Why is Bahamut's level so high out of nowhere? And we're going to talk about that a little bit. I think what's been affecting the game and what a lot of people expect are affecting the game, and there are bots in here just farming the farming the event for them, or they have macros or messed up parts of the game, cheating. Pretty much cheating people affected this a couple days ago, and Gumi is now taking action, deleting the bots. I was at like 70,000 before rank, and then the bots came in. I went down to like 110,000, 114,000. I'm back up to 104,000. So they're definitely looking for the bots. They're deleting them. I feel sorry for all you guys out there who super grinded. I am not one of the ones that grinded really hard. But the ones out there that did, it's unfair that the bots come in and they can do stuff like that. So my whole advice on this is just to sit back. Hopefully Gumi compensates you in some way, or compensates us in some way, gets rid of these bots, fixes this so you guys get the ranking you guys actually deserve, and things like that. So that's what was going on with the Vision of Bahamut. Now let's move on. Is there anything else that was weird that happened this week? I don't think so. So now we can get into the actual news that's awesome, I'm excited about. Let's look. Maintenance is happening. We're getting a new patch, and it's happening Wednesday into Thursday. So it'll be Wednesday night going into Thursday. So Thursday things should be available to start coming up. We'll talk about this. The message from the global team. A very big tragedy happened at one of Ariana Grande's events in Manchester, England. It's extremely just super disheartening to hear that happened. My heart goes out to anybody that was affected by that, who may watch this or may hear this message. I'm so sorry for any kind of tragedy that may become to you. This is ridiculous. Stuff like this should never happen, period. People even lost their lives, which is just a sombering thing. They were just going to enjoy a concert. So I hate this. This is not something we want to have happen, but just the global FFB team wanted to leave a message here to show their support for the victims and the families of the victims of what happened at that concert. So, that's pretty bad. So we'll move on from that, and we'll see that we're getting the Cactuar Dunes, which is pretty awesome. Excited about getting that back. I'm actually out of Cactuars. I was like summoning my Bahamut raid coins, which I wasn't going to do till the very end, but I had to do a couple to try to get my Rem up, get her up there. And guys, I had a triple rainbow happen to me. I'll leave the link in the description below of the clip from Twitch if you guys want to watch it. I did 2611 pulls without any rainbow, and then out of nowhere a triple rainbow happened, and it was insane. I lost my mind on stream. You guys should watch that. It's in the link below, linking to a Twitch clip you guys can watch. What's gonna happen? Say new, say new, say new. Did you see what just happened? Did you see what I just looked at? That's a triple rainbow. I have never seen this in my entire life. There's a rim and there's 3 fucking rainbows. I've never had a double rainbow. They were just saving me to butter me up for this fucking shit, bro. I'm not supposed to cuss. I'm sorry, Amazon. But this is the most hype thing that's ever happened to me in my life. Sorry, guys. I'm freaking out a little bit, man. I've never had this happen before. Somebody clip this. All right, we're clicking. Rim, thank you. Thank you, Rim. It's 4 right. No, okay. Sorry. Gilgamesh. Give me a new double rim. Oh my gosh, dude. It actually happened. So then we'll move on. The featured banner, and somebody's missing. All right, so let's just add the person right now. Yeah, Tidus is missing from that banner. In the JP version of the game, there was Willhelm, Grace, Abel, Jean, and Tidus. And they took him away from me, and honestly, I'm a little salty about it, I'll be honest. I'm salty about it because, I just want a chance at Tidus. A lot of people are like, well, Clay, it's a good thing because now, you don't, it's not 2 5-base stars, because Willhelm, as you can see, is a 5-star base too, fighting for each other. It was Tidus and Willhelm. But man, Willhelm is an amazing tank, and any chance at Tidus, 25% up chance at Tidus, I want it. He's my boy, he's my favorite unit, I want more chances at him. That's 25% that got taken away from me. Anyway, so we got Willhelm, Grace, Abel, and Jean on this banner, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty sick banner. What is Willhelm? What does he do? How good is he? He's our 5-star base going to 6-star unit on this banner. His TM is Imperial Shield. Now, the shield looks pretty lackluster at 65 and Spirit 65, but this shield is really, really, really good against anything where you need to build your Spirit up. That Spirit 65 is extremely high. So I'm going to put it like high tier, not meta tier, like the best shield in the world. Doesn't have any like special things about it. But that spirit could come in handy, as we saw in the past events just now, where the, you know, Bahamut would just kill us in one shot if we didn't have enough spirit. We have, you know, featured abilities, temporarily increased chance of being targeted. So that's, I think it's a 100% provoke for 3 turns, and increases damage taken. I think it's 50% mitigation. So what I know about Willhelm is he is a tank of all tanks. This guy's beast. He's online with Warrior of Light 6-star, which we've been waiting to come out. I don't know where he is. And then his enhancements just came out in JP, and he is still really amazing. He has a lot of ways to damage mitigate himself. He has ways to buff the team up, like Cecil could buff up Spirit in defense. I do think that Willhelm has an AoE, one of those also. Willhelm's Limit Burst is, you know, buff up his own defense and then make the team have damage mitigation for the next turn, a certain percentage, like Y'shtola, but he actually buffs his defense even more. I think that Willhelm has the highest defense and Spirit numbers in the end after all of his buffs and things like that to himself, you know, his passives, out of all of the tanks. Willhelm is a very, very, very good tank. The top tank, when Warrior of Light 6-star hits, I think they're going to rival each other, as this guy is just straight tank, whereas Warrior of Light with a little bit of you know, a little bit of buffing, but Warrior of Light can break and things like that, and AoE cover, which makes Warrior of Light insane, right? So there's a big move. It's like a big magic move. Warrior of Light's gonna be able to jump in front of everybody and mitigate a little bit of that damage, whereas Willhelm doesn't do that. But let's look at the global exclusive abilities, because they made him even better. And I'm talking, I was saying that before these global exclusive abilities, all right? Boost resist against all status elements. So, like the Echidna fight, when our snow tank, or whatever tank you took into the fight, we tried to pull the attacks to make the status elements happen to him. Not happening to our Willhelm. Okay, that boost resist against all status elements, and the same thing. And that's not over. And limit break gauge fills each turn. So that awesome limit break I was telling you about, where everybody gets damage mitigation and he boosts his defense up, that's every turn now because of Loyal Guardian. And then he has General Battle Cry. So not only can he boost the defense and spirit, he can also boost attack and magic and limit break gauge fill rate for all allies. This unit is insane for a support tank. Mostly just a huge tank, and that the move right there just makes him a little bit more supporty. And think about Riku in the future with Riku's re-raised limit burst. This right here is going to be able to fill that up, or anybody you want to use. Like, honestly, I want to pair him with Tidus, because with Tidus, I want to break down his limit burst. Tidus' limit burst breaks down water resist. Tidus has a lot of water damage with his Brotherhood, his weapon. So I want this. Okay, I want this character. I want him to go with my team. He seems like he's going to go with my team. Sorry I've been talking so much about Willhelm, but I'm actually kind of really excited about him. So let's move on to Grace. 4-star base going to 6-star. Our second 6-star Magitech unit. First one being White Knight Noel. We have the Trust Mastery that says MP 20%, Magic 25%, Spirit 25%. Very, very good, as you can see. A lot of people out there may not know this, and I learned about this on my stream yesterday thanks to my friend Board. There is a cap to how much percent passives up you can have, and that's 300%. So, for example, we were talking about how to build Terra, or not Terra, excuse me, how to build Rem, and you know, what all the things that we should throw on her. If you hit 300% with these plus ups, you just add them all up, even the passives that is on the character. If it hits 300%, all the other ones are wasted. You're wasting those percentages, they do not apply. So this right here could be a way to, like, you know, there's the Magistral, the Vaniltium, excuse me, and it does, I think it's 50% to Magic and Spirit, I do believe. This is 25%, but maybe we do need that 25% at the cost of making that 300% happen and work for us to make sure we don't lose too much on Magic. Plus, it gives us MP 20%, plus it's actually really cool. Looks like little glasses that she's wearing, so that's pretty awesome. Let's actually talk about Grace. Don't know too much about Grace. I do know that she is used mostly for finishing. Okay, that's our big thing. She has this finishing move called Final Sequence, KO caster and damage all enemies, and it does a big, you know, a big multiplier, mad damage if you set it up right. And the one thing, I don't know if it works on Grace, but it does work on Bart's, and I need to make a video for it. You know how Bart sacrifices himself to mana battery somebody up to full mana? Well, if Bart starts the turn with less than 100 HP, and you can Raja and use his ability so almost at the same time, what the game, it'll trick the game into thinking that all of his HP is, like, let's say 80%, and then it'll use that 80%, but your Kiraja puts him to 100%, so he ends up living with 20%, and the mana battery ability goes off. So if we can do that with Grace, it sounds really technical, it's really hard to work around, you can't mess it up or Grace will die. she could be an okay physical damage dealer at 6-star with a finishing ability, things like that. Other than that, Grace is pretty mediocre. Mediocre stats, things like that. You really have to work around that final sequence move, and it's going to be tough, but we'll go into that on the banner review, okay? And then Abel, don't know much about Abel besides his amazing TM and Bowie knife. If you thought second knife was good, here's Bowie knife, which is the better knife, the better dagger. 82 attack, not that 3-2 attack, whatever the heck the second knife gave us. It enables dual wield. So for everybody out there who doesn't have dual wield, doesn't have Zidanes, doesn't have Genji gloves, here's a 3-star base for you to get on this banner, where you can actually get the you know, the Bowie knife, farm that bad boy up, and then that's a dual wield you can throw in somebody with a high attack 82. But remember, this can only go on dagger users. Physical attack unit, I'm assuming Man-Eater, Barrage, Disturbing Knife. Probably not the best because he only goes to 5-star, but that, unless he has something cool about him, we'll learn about that later. But the attack 82 Bowie knife, and enables dual wield, is amazing, and it'll help a lot of people out there who didn't have the Zidanes and things like that. And then we have Jean here, who has another great TM in my opinion. Attack 120. Two-handed weapon. I love it. Too bad it's two-handed, but it's an attack 120 gun, machine gun. Not too bad. I guess you do have to use both hands with a machine gun unless you're, you know, just super. It looks like Rambo to me, like a female Rambo, which I like. It's kind of funny. Physical damage dealer, Man-Eater, Rage, and piercing shot. We'll go over Jean and Abel a little bit more. So overall, I'm seeing a lot of great TMs. I don't see one of these TMs I wouldn't want to farm. You know, I mean, 120 attack, two-handed gun. We have, you know, Bowie knife with dual wield, 82 attack. And then we have this magic amplifier, which I definitely want to get a few of if I end up getting some grace. And then we have Willhelm shield, which will be great against anything that you have to block your spirit out. So I think overall a great banner. You know what would have made it better? If Tidus was on it, but they took him away. So we'll get him back in the Final Fantasy X event with Tidus and Riku and Waka. And that banner is going to be insane, insane. So let's look at the event they're actually giving to us with it. It's called the Empire of Light and Dark. It's going to be an exploration event. Oh yeah, now I remember what happened. Because now that I'm looking at this, we also got back one of the old events. See, we forgot to talk about this. The Crystal Tower has reappeared. And so you guys have a chance, if you didn't complete this all the way, or you never did this because you came into the game later, you could go in here and stomp this out and get the Mighty Hammer, which gives you HP 15%, a lightning element, and a pretty high attack, and that's awesome. And let's say you already got that, but you didn't get the Trust Moogle last time. Go in there with your souped up units now, because that should be easy. They did not increase the difficulty. Oh, and Reflect Mail is amazing too. Don't get me wrong, these are all really good items. Real Sword, but everything else is really good. And it shouldn't be that bad. I have a guide in my videos if you want to go back. It's a Zond is the last boss, Zond Elite guide, if you guys need help with doing it. But yeah, it's awesome that they're bringing these back. It has no ill effects on any of us. A lot of people were worried these would be replacing our new updates, so us veteran players would have nothing to do. Look, we got a whole new event to do, so that's not how it's happening. So I'm really glad that Gumi and the global version of the game are bringing back some of these old events, so you guys who missed it have a chance to take it down and get some of the rewards. Another thing I forgot to mention, the story continues. I don't know exactly what comes with Granola, but we get to get a little bit more story. It doesn't show us anything special here. It kind of just talks about it. Normally, if there was a, you know, if there was an Esper or something that have it down here. So I'm assuming there's no Esper here, but at least we get to play some new story. There's a lot of stuff going on in our game right now. We got like a raid. We got like a King Mog event. We got the Empire of Light and Dark, which we're about to discuss. We have the Crystal Tower reappearing, and then we have the King Mog event. Insane stuff. All right, the Empire of Light and Dark is going to be a exploration event like the one we just talked about coming back. And so we're just going to have to beat on all these difficulties one time to get one-time rewards, which is pretty cool. So let's get into it. We're going to get a rare summon ticket. Awesome. This Imperial Hand Grenade times 10. Throwable item. It inflicts 50,000 damage. I'm going to get these and don't spend them. Don't use them. Because these may be useful in a strategy on a trial or something you need to beat once and use these bad boys on. So I'm going to keep them for now. They seem like they may be useful in the future. And then we have Mage Cannon, damage one enemy. I'm going to assume that's not that great. It comes from the advanced. I haven't looked up any of the stats on it. I don't know the stats on it, so I don't know exactly how much damage it does. I wish Gumi would put that in there instead of saying, "Oh yes, this item damages one enemy." It's like, well, how much damage? I need to know the damage, Gumi, the damage multiplier. Come on. Then for the Pearl Exploration, we got the Army Shield, Defense 40, Spirit 20, Lightning Resist 20%. So anything that's going to deal lightning damage is going to be awesome. And it has decent stats on it, so another shield we can throw into our bunch, because a lot of people can actually build shields in this game, believe it or not. And then we get a Trust Moogle, you know, 10% Trust Moogle if we beat Elite. So it's going to be a little fun event. I hope it's fun. I hope it's not too easy. That's going to be coming on Friday. Yeah, so I understand that Tidus didn't really belong in this banner, obviously. Like, why would Tidus be with all these FFBE people hanging out in the light and dark realm with Rain, you know, last one? Like, that doesn't make any sense, really. He belongs on the FF10 banner, but I really wanted my boy Tidus to come out already. I was looking forward to him, but hey, that means maybe the Riku Waka and Tidus banner aren't too far off, you know what I'm saying? So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you feel about all the stuff going on, you know, bringing back old events, the new banner, Willhelm's global exclusives, and Willhelm's really strong, don't get me wrong, like real good. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.